What if the most famous psychology pyramid is missing its real peak? And what if that missing piece isn't about getting more for yourself, but becoming more for the world? We've all seen the 5 levels of the hierarchy of needs: survival, safety, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. But late in his life, Maslow pointed to something beyond even that. He called it self-transcendence. First, a quick correction. Maslow's original work isn't a neat, rigid ladder where you finish one level forever and then unlock the next. In his 1943 paper, he emphasizes exceptions, overlap, and partial satisfaction. The pyramid picture can make the model feel more mechanical than Maslow intended. The iconic pyramid form was popularized in later interpretations, including a 1960 Business Horizons article by McDermott, so it often carries assumptions Maslow himself warned against. Level 1 is physiological needs: food, water, sleep, the basics. Maslow's point is simple. If your body is in emergency, that emergency dominates attention. Next comes safety, stability, protection, predictability. Maslow describes how insecurity can reorganize the whole mind around threat and control. Then, love and belonging, friendship, affection, community. Maslow is explicit. Love is not just sex, it includes giving and receiving care and connection. Then, esteem, a stable sense of competence and worth, plus recognition and respect. Maslow separates inner confidence from the social side of reputation and appreciation. Level 5 is self-actualization, becoming what you're capable of becoming. Maslow's famous line is, "What a man can be, he must be." And he also discusses cognitive strivings, the desire to know and understand, and later, how aesthetic experience can open us to something bigger than the everyday self. Here's the twist. Maslow eventually doubted that self-actualization should be the capstone. In his later thought, highlighted by Koltko Rivera's scholarship, Maslow places self-transcendence above self-actualization. In a 1969 talk published in the Journal of Transpersonal Psychology, Maslow describes a humanistic revolution, a shift back to what human beings most deeply need, and a move into questions that go beyond basic gratification. Maslow noticed something. When people are relatively secure, fed, safe enough, connected, and respected, the question changes. It becomes, what do I serve? What is worth devoting myself to? That's where Maslow starts talking about the farther reaches and the possibility that our highest motivations are not only personal, but transpersonal. In Religions, Values, and Peak Experiences, Maslow argues that what people call transcendent moments aren't limited to formal religion. They can be sparked by beauty, creativity, love, insight, experiences that reorganize perception and value. Self-transcendence is not self-improvement 2.0. It's a shift in identity and motivation where the self is no longer the final reference point. A concise phrase from Maslow's later definition is the very highest and most inclusive levels of human consciousness. In practice, that looks like widening concern beyond the ego, toward others, toward nature, toward truth, beauty, and justice, toward what feels sacred or ultimate. Here's the climax. Maslow's later model suggests a paradox. When the self becomes strong and real, it can also become less self-absorbed. Koltko Rivera summarizes this as Maslow placing self-transcendent beyond self-actualization, a cause beyond the self, and communion beyond the boundaries of the self, often through peak experience. So what does this look like on the ground? It can look like service, mentoring, caregiving, community work. It can look like devotion to an ideal, truth, art, justice, scientific understanding. And it can look like communion, moments when the boundary of me softens and belonging becomes larger than personal gain. To make this practical, here are 3 doorways, each aligned with Maslow's later themes: compassionate action, trained attention, and being values. These being the inner compass that points beyond ego reward. Doorway 1, compassionate action. Do one helpful thing that doesn't strengthen your image, something quiet. Maslow's self-transcendence isn't a brand, it's a direction of the heart, beyond how do I look and toward who benefits. Doorway 2, trained attention toward awe. Maslow notes that absorption, sometimes through meditation, can bring self-forgetfulness, loosening the tight grip of self-consciousness. Try this 2 minutes a day. Attend to breath, or to sky, or to music, just long enough for me to stop being the center. Doorway 3, being values and community. Values that outgrow you, and ask, what would I serve even if no one applauded? Truth, beauty, justice, healing, and then do it with others. Self-transcendence isn't isolation, it's often deepened by community and shared purpose. Here's a 1-week challenge for you to try. Every day, do one quiet, helpful act. Spend 2 minutes in awe or stillness, and take one small step for a value bigger than you. If you try it, comment transcend and share what changed for you. Maslow's top of the pyramid wasn't the perfect self, it was the self that opens to the world. Let's practice that together.